So last night I ended up watching a pretty mediocre movie because welcome back to the James Rambin Reviews for yet another video. In today's video I've got for you a review of the 2025 Indian Hindi language film Tehran. That's how you pronounce it. It is starring, John Abraham in this movie. It's just about 2 hours long, it's like an hour and 50 something minutes, like it's just close to being 2 hours long. And so yeah, just for a bit of context here, obviously I've watched other Indian movies. This movie caught my attention because the trailer itself, like for example here, it looked like it was going to be this big, exciting movie. It's like one of these films where it paints the movie as some big, amazing, dramatic spectacle. And then when you go watch the final product, it's what you get is what you get, and so we'll definitely get into that. But what you need to know about this movie, obviously stars John Abraham. It's almost 2 hours long, but this movie, right, it's pretty much about a Middle Eastern conflict, right, where this guy, played by John Abraham, has to go in and scoop up all the evidence behind this bad thing that happened in 2012. And obviously in this video we're not going to get into like the Middle Eastern politics of this movie and how I feel about that, because that's controversial. That is outside of my wavelength. That is outside of my speciality as a movie reviewer on this channel, so we're not going to get into any of that. But what I will say about this movie is that, like I said, the movie itself, the trailer presents it as this amazing, dramatic, entertaining film. But what you get in the end of this, what you get at the end of the line with this movie is that it is just trying to do the bare minimum. It doesn't really, tackle the situation properly. Like for example, in other Indian movies, they usually go above and beyond to give you an entertaining time. They go above and beyond to make it a big dramatic experience because it's an entertainment value sort of thing where they want you to feel immersed in this fantasy experience. They don't want to hold back, they want to go all out. But with this movie, it doesn't have that kind of style, that flair, that magic the other Indian movies I've seen where it goes for it. It just kind of plays it safe a bit, like it's not trying to do anything, crazy, not trying to do anything amazing. It's just like, here's an idea, here's a concept, let's just kind of give it to you the way that, you're just kind of expecting them to go, where they aren't going to go play it like super crazy. Like it just kind of feels generic and bland in that sort of way. And so the reason for that is, as well, is because John Abraham in this movie, he's alright, but he's not like an actor that's amazing, has tons of charisma in this movie. He's just kind of there. It's like they asked him to come to this movie filming, like when he was on set for this film, he just came to this movie, he was asked to get a paycheck, he went, he got the paycheck and then he left. Like that's the kind of performance it feels like he just has a bland performance. And there is this one repeated line in the movie about how Israel has abandoned you, and then Iran has hated you, and India, India, they have deserted you. Like they have these big, bold, dramatic lines of dialogue, but it never shows for it when it comes to telling a story that's actually delivering something interesting. And as well here, I'm going to be honest, the action sequences, well, it's not meant to be an action movie. It's meant to be a dramatic, melodramatic thriller about this crazy thing that happened in 2012, right? But see the action scenes in this movie where there are scenes in this movie, the action is just comical because I know it's just a movie and it's just fictionalized, you can say all of that, but because we're reviewing this movie and I've got to be honest about it with you, the action is underwhelming as well. Like you've just got scenes in this movie where John Abraham is going behind cover, he's taking cover, he's making sure he isn't getting shot, but they just shoot them just like in a bland way where they're just shooting people, that's it. There might be an explosion or two, but it's not like trying to blow you away with anything exciting. So yeah, honestly, it really does not have the style of other Indian movies. Like I wouldn't even call this a Bollywood picture, it just felt like a stereotypical film you would go and watch at the cinema, or not even that. It was actually made for a streaming platform. I can't remember the name of it. It's like some Indian platform, but It was made for that, and then it came onto Netflix eventually, like a couple weeks after or something. So yeah, it definitely wasn't made for the theatre experience, but it's the type of movie you would go and you go and watch, and then afterwards, after you finish watching this type of movie, a few days pass, so not even that, a few hours pass, and you kind of just forget this movie, because yeah, it's pretty forgettable already. It just kind of was there for me. It didn't really work for me on a story level. The acting wasn't amazing. John Abraham, he did what he could with the script that he had, but he wasn't like an amazing actor. So I have said enough about this movie. At first I thought I wasn't going to review the film, but I actually have a lot to say about the film, and just because I don't like a movie just because I don't like a movie doesn't mean I don't need to review it. Like, sometimes I don't need to love a film to review it. I've got to be honest on these videos. I can't just be glazing every film and saying, oh, this movie is an outstanding laugh out loud comedy, oh, this movie is an amazing action set piece film of the year. It can't always be like that. Some movies, they don't have a hit, swing and a miss. Some movies are a hit, some movies are a swing, and some of them they hit really close to home. Some movies really work for you, some movies don't really work for you. And in this case, for me, this movie just doesn't really work for me. So that is my review of Tehran. Hope you enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for more like this one. There'll be more reviews coming in the near future anyway. So yeah, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in another review on the James Ramblin' Reviews. Bye.